So, okay, so as we all know, hold on a minute. Sorry, I just gotta fucking lower the volume down. As we all know, Roblox is now going to be bringing back the old Roblox oof sound. Now, to all the OG fans here, this is actually very good, but to the newer generation that doesn't actually know what the oof sound was like, let's just say it was the equivalent of being fed fucking royal food. It was amazing. And I'm not the one saying it. I've been playing Roblox since 20 fucking 12. And yet, while there is also some good news to this, there's also some very fucking bad news. Roblox are bringing the oof back, but they are also removing R15, no, not R15, R6 from the original Roblox creator because they want Roblox to be, as David Baszucki himself said, he wants it to be a dating app, which, first off, you, secondly, why? And, yeah, while he's also removing the oof, like, not removing, shit. While he's also removing R5, like the R6, and re-adding the oof back, it kinda doesn't make sense, especially when you put into perspective that we've had R6 since the dawn of Roblox. We've had it since fucking 2006. The game was only in beta at the time. It wasn't even fully fucking there yet. Back when it used to be called Dynablocks, and yet here we are now, newer generation, and yet nobody seems to really be taking into account that removing a feature like this is crucial to a game that was constructed upon R6 for years. Like as I said before, I've been playing since 2012. But I've preserved my original 2012 account and hid it behind a bunch of other shit, like a bunch of other alt accounts, so then it's safe. So if my alts are compromised, I at least have my original one to go back to. Because I planned this shit out beforehand. That is the whole point. And Roblox still has a lot of compromisation issues. Now, as I know, the Roblox oof is coming back on Wednesday. This Wednesday or next Wednesday, I am not sure, but all I do know is that it is definitely going to be possible that it will be returning. David posted it up on his Roblox forums page not too long ago, and to all the OG players, y'all remember when Roblox used to have the forums page built into the actual website? Yeah, I'm on about that. That is how old we are. I played Roblox in 2012 and I was only fucking 4. I'm 18 now. That is exactly 16 years for me. And hearing the oof come back, it's a fucking dream, but yet there's also an issue with that. There's also a dream, but when you remove R6 with it, it sort of just doesn't make sense because the whole point of Roblox was to make you feel like you're in a kid's toy set. It was to make you feel like you were the kid's imagination. That was the whole point of it. That's why Roblox has such a blocky style. It was made to look like that. And nobody really seems to understand how crucial R6 actually is, especially for Roblox, because back then there used to be another game similar to Roblox that me and my brothers used to play as well, actually called Master Blocks. It was similar, but not quite. You had jetpacks for feet. It was basically Roblox, but if it had an even more childish look to it, but had R-rated shit involved. Which is a fucking huge ton when you put that into perspective, and I'm not just saying it just for the sake of saying it. Look at Roblox now. Back then, Roblox only had one minority on its fucking tail. That was fun. You can't exactly have fun when there is no fun to be had. As an OG player, like, look at this. Look at how dull every game seems to be. It just seems to be made less for the sake of fun and more just for the sake of profit. Which means a lot of the time you're either gonna get nice and colorful games that are filled to the fucking brim with brain rot. I'm not saying that again because just saying it makes me feel dirty. But there is also times where you can play Roblox and not really think about it all too much until you really begin to actually look at the bigger aspect ratio of it. Roblox, during its early days, it was a lot more limited, but it was definitely something. But that's the thing with it. You can literally get as many fucking chances as you can with the OG Roblox, and you wouldn't really find much with it, but it was still good despite the limitations. Because back then, computers literally had to go off of one graphics card. Because in my time, I sound old saying this, but I have no choice. Because it's just a deep perspective on this. Roblox back then and computers back then computers could barely run so much as a simple Call of Duty port without the Call of Duty port being pirated. Back then, computer monitors only had 2 or 3 graphics cards. 280, 280p, 420p, or 720p. They were the only ones you could get. Hold on a minute. Now, as I was saying, sorry, just had been disrupted there, but as I was saying, back then, times were limited. And around early 2006, computer monitors didn't really have the push they do now. There was no RTX cards, it was simple graphics cards. You could not go anywhere where you are at now. And the main reason why I am a bit pushy about this is because Roblox has always been my childhood. There hadn't been a single time where I didn't fucking enjoy it. Like, I swear to God, first day I got Roblox on the computer upstairs in the bedroom, I literally fucking binged it for 900 days straight. Even on Halloween, I did Roblox. Everything back then just felt normal. It had vibrancy, it had color. But you look at Roblox now, like, this game is a clear example of it, but Either you get games that are bright but don't have the nostalgia, or two, you get games that are good but are so fucking dull. And most games nowadays are either re-releases or remasters, and a lot of the time they're fucking buggy. Roblox, the system keeps advancing, yet halfway through the advancements, they're also making stupid fucking decisions in the office. I'm being hypocritical here, but like you honestly gotta look at it from how I'm seeing it in order to actually understand where I'm coming from. See this gore shit that Roblox has? This merely did not exist 16 years ago. Now, if you were born in 1992 or 1998, then yes, they could even confirm it themselves. I'm not the only one saying this. Back then, Roblox, it was literally just a toy set made digital. The whole point of it was to let your creativity run wild. That's exactly how Little Big Planet was so many years ago. It was so fucking good to the point where, like, there were none of these weird fucking NPCs. There were no random players that looked like twinks. Hold on, there we are. Put you guys out of your misery with it. But you literally could do anything, and there wasn't an issue. But that's mainly my issues with Roblox. It went from a game that was so fucking superior to a game now that is merely a scrap of itself. Now, while my original account is protected by many, sorry if I keep burping, I've been gassy. My original 2012 account has been kept safe by so many alts I have made over the past 16 years. Each time I have witnessed Roblox get better. Now, here's another prime example of why I actually am explaining this. See this? See this new advancement of the Roblox guests? Back then when I was younger, I didn't have an account until 2013 after they removed the guests. Now guests, they had pure black bodies with the Roblox tagline logo on it with the trademarking. And yes, Roblox did originally have a trademark. And halfway through, you could just see the color and the vibrancy from all of it. It was amazing. But I'm mainly just pissy about the fact that Roblox had this legacy and it just decided to fucking end itself. What happened to games like Bake a Cake and Feed a Giant Noob or Hotel Management Simulator or Toilet Simulator? We had shit like that, and the Toilet Simulator I'm on about. I'm not on about that other shit. We had things like Doomspire. We had the Iron Cafe, which is still goated. We had hardware limitations, yes, but those levels at the time actually were enough. There was even a level I used to play years ago called Ride a Cart. Like, ride a cart down a rainbow road to gain Robux. And, like, the whole entire thing, sure, was it scummy that they had started that? Yeah. But it was a good example of what it was like. It was simpler. You had the oof sound, which was originally from a game called The Pariah. where an angel was kicked and banished out of heaven until he could actually get the thing that would bring him back up. Which is where Roblox lost its oof sound, and it looks like now David Baszucki has officially managed to make an agreement with the original voice actor that did the pariah character in order for us to get the oof back. But they don't seem to think or even remotely see the fact that forcing in R15 into games that originally were comprised of R6, it's a bit stupid. Like, look at this game, right? This is what R6 used to be like. This is what it looked like. There was no options to dial your color tone to be gray. Your avatar never had pants. Customization options are more advanced, yes. But look at the new Roblox color palette, right? We used to have logos and shit that were so nice, vibrant, and colorful that it actually was addicting. Because it was, and still is, considered a kid's game, even if David Baszucki himself decided to make that fucking allegation that he wanted to turn it into a dating site, which is honestly concerning when you put into perspective that there are predators on this fucking app. Now, my original video actually covered this, but this time I'm actually going to be a lot more prominent in terms of how I say it. But Roblox that you all have today, my generation did not have. I'm honestly being serious. In early fucking 2012 to 2013, the web page, like the actual website for Roblox, it had blues, reds, whites, and yellows. And it had so much color in it. But now, as I'm looking back at that time, I'm actually here right now, current time, current generation, wondering why the fuck David Baszucki took that corporate color. It doesn't make sense. Sure, Twitter fucking did it. Sure, it's called X now. But I'm still calling it Twitter because that's what it was. I still referred to it by its original name because that's what it was. And over time, I don't know, shit's just gone bland altogether. I'm not the only one saying this. My whole entire generation has been saying it. My brothers have been saying it. Like, even my damn dad has been saying it. We went from a generation where vibrancy was so strong, it was actually the main reason people actually enjoyed life, to now being trapped in the fucking houses because of games like Fortnite. And might I add, before I actually continue on with this, Fortnite have actually gone so far now as to taking the original color palette from the OG Roblox that was originally red and white when you actually load it in or on the app, and they took Roblox's original color palette from fucking 2009. And, like, I just don't get this. Why are these two games trying to copy each other now? This is the clearest example of corporate manipulation just trying to fuck itself over. And I'm not trying to be a liberal asshole with this. Hell no. I'm being 100% honest. Look at games back then, early 2009, PS3 era. Sure, were we still in the edgy era? Yeah, but there was still color there. We look at games nowadays, and this isn't edgy, man. It's just gnarly for the sake of looking gnarly. It looks like the equivalent if you got graphite and decided to rub it on some... Like, it looks like graphite if you decided to go, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll go so far as to actually trying to make sure it has the roughness texture of a person's ego if it decided that money was the only way through. Am I still throwing jokes about David Baszucki out? Yes, but like, look at this. Look at games like this. That's the whole entire reason my avatar looks the way he does. Because if you are going to be in a gritty generation that looks gnarly as fuck, there is no point in looking bright as shit. Even from the reality standpoint, this looks too fucking edgy. And back then, there was a difference between edgy and gnarly. This shit's just a mix between both. Because back then, if it was gnarly, it literally was just that. But if it was edgy, it was a completely different situation altogether. We had games like Prototype and Assassin's Creed. And even when those games were edgy, they still had vibrancy on them so strong that you'd literally look at it for days. And probably the biggest issue I have with Roblox now, that is the problem, is this in particular. How did we go from a website that had an app logo that was so nice and vibrant to the point where it drew you in to now seeing a website and an app that looks more dead than my fucking sandwich I tried to have yesterday that turned out to go cold after I was trying to heat it up. This is the equivalent of not toasting a fucking grilled cheese. Look at it. This is not how you make Roblox fun. This is the total opposite of fun. Like, as I'm currently making this video, right? I have looked back on this game and many others and wondered why the fuck Roblox even took this edgy route. It's so bad. And I have been concerned about it for fucking God knows how long, because it is a bit concerning when you do put into perspective, this was not what Roblox was years ago. We had games like Prison Escape, where they were so vibrant, to now we have Prison Simulator, and it's a fucking tycoon out of nowhere. Roblox didn't just destroy their fucking legacy. They completely went so far as to literally clearing everything that made Roblox Roblox. It is ridiculous. I have been through enough generations to see when this app evolved and when it declined. And fuck me did this app decline. Like, back when Roblox was still only under being released on Xbox, it was only an Xbox exclusive, because back then, exclusives were the shit. Because even then, companies are still biting each other's fucking throats open, because they were competing for the respect of their fans without actually realizing that the shit that they're looking for turned out to not matter in the end of it, because look at PlayStation, right? Hold on a minute. Yeah, I had to do that because fucking copyright shit. But either way, you can see back then companies weren't battling for fans, they were simply battling for profits, which is the total opposite nowadays. Like, these two companies, Sony and Microsoft, were biting each other's heads off. Or at least fucking 17 years in early 2009. We are no longer in 2009, and now we are here. Xbox has gone to shit. PlayStation has gone to shit because they're still re-releasing the same garbage that people didn't like. And for some reason, they are adding in shitty mobile brain rot games on the damn Play Store for no reason. Like, what? Like, this Roblox is practically turned into a crypto scam in itself. Like, if Roblox really wants to revive its legacy, keep R6 in the fucking games. Or as they used to be called, levels or experiences. Not sponsors. Not any of that other shit. Fuck no. It was just either levels or experiences. Sure, back then was everything limited, yes. But people nowadays gotta realize less is definitely better than fucking more. It's more of a specific target towards Roblox and Discord at this stage, because no matter what happens, you can look at it from all angles. Roblox is not the same as it used to be. Discord has practically gone ahead and fucked itself. Nothing that made Roblox not fun didn't make it fun. Everything back then used to be fun. I'm beginning to think now, as I get older. Sure, this is technically me being a fucking nostalgia creep. Yeah, but that's the thing this generation needs to understand. Less is definitely more on old hardware. I mean, back then the PS3 only had 720p, which was very, very low quality back then, and this was before even the damn updates came in. Back then, games couldn't even be updated. The only reason Roblox got constant updates making things better over time before eventually making things better and worse was because games had a runtime. They were like movies. They were literally like movies. You had to patch everything in and out of the game or cut shit before it even had the chance. And the PS3 had 7 different units in it. And most game companies found a way around that. And then other game companies found the same way around how PC games work, and now we are here, current Roblox. This is the biggest example of it. My dad has a computer before even I was born, and yet it still seems to run Roblox just fine despite having almost 30 years of its existence. It's been here for 19 years straight. And I mean, like, the computer has had fucking spiders in it. I played Roblox on it just fine, and with each new advancement, Roblox managed to advance with it. even if the computer itself was beginning to fail. And the current Roblox we have, the main problems that arise with it, it's not just the Predator problems, and it's not just the fucking nostalgia bait. And the term retro slop, are you fucking serious? I've been playing since 2012. Why are half this new generation trying to be something they weren't even a part of? If you want us to be accepting of you in Roblox, even if you're from a new generation, the best thing you could possibly fucking do would be to straight up go ahead and not make a fool of yourself, which is very fucking common. And I'm not saying it to be rude either, trust me. I'm not saying it to be rude. I'm saying it because I'm being realistic. Look at everything this current Roblox has. This was shit not even my own generation used to have. We didn't have enhanced features. We didn't even have, hold on a minute, we didn't even have defuse or reflections. So, as you can tell, we are really fucking old when it comes down to this. Now, even if games nowadays do look like this, the ray tracing doesn't change shit. Sure, is it enhanced? Yes. But the enhancements change nothing. It's still the same game, just the only thing you're doing is adding on pixels. It's a bit stupid that people are now picking quality over performance. And even nowadays, even if there is performance equipped on games, it's not optimized enough or optimized at all. Look at Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered, for example. Not the PC release, just the base PS5 release. PS5 Pro release can go fuck itself because I've seen that stutter. And not once has it not had a spasm attack in photo mode when I have used it in performance mode. Look at the PS4 iteration of the same game back when the game originally launched in 2018. Marvel's Spider-Man on the PS4 in 2018, that was actual performance mode. Because it was locked to 60 FPS. It did not go anywhere above that unless it had to do with duplicate frames. And there is actually a YouTuber I would recommend watching that does cover this type of shit with the fake optimization. He goes by... I'm trying to remember what his channel name was. He goes by Threat Interactive. That's his channel name. He covers fake optimization that's been around in current gen games for fucking years. The PS4, somehow, it managed to cover a way around that. The PS3 was the same. It covered this shit the way it should have been. But you look at the current state at which Roblox is in right now. Look at the immense fucking lag we have. Like, I'm just here sprinting and you can already see my frames dropping. I'm on PS5 and yet this thing is still having a stroke. Games back then did not have this issue, and Roblox back then never had this issue because it was only an exclusive on 2 things. 2 to 3 things. Phone computer, and fucking Xbox. And I shit you not, the first day Roblox actually did end up coming to PlayStation, and I tried it on release. Not just did it have the fucking Xbox controller layout, having me search for buttons I didn't even have. I had to literally go into my own console configuration settings in the PS5 to remap it so I could access things. The Roblox back then never had these issues. And Roblox, the further down it goes, the worse it gets. Like, you can re-add the oof back in all you want, but as I actually did find out this news about the oof, by the way, I found out it's not fully the original. Guess what they did? They made it louder and they sped it up by fucking 2 times. Which is frustrating. Because, as an OG, as I've said before many fucking times, it sounds odd. Like, I'm not the first person to say this out loud. I was on Twitter there just a few seconds ago, and even somebody else said the same thing. It sounds a bit different. That's what I said. It sounds louder. I heard it on my phone not too long ago before making the video. First thing this morning. It actually nearly fucking deafened me. Now, when it comes down to having autism, you know how bad my sensory overload is when it comes to noise. But this is on a whole new level. It sounds like the meme version of the oof. You know, if you decided to go so far as to add in sorry, disruptions. Hold on a minute. Okay, now, as I was saying before I got cut off there, Roblox as a whole, just the oof, the new oof that they're using, it doesn't sound like the original at all. It may sound like it at the start of the video for the first time, yes, but I watched the video 3 times and it doesn't sound the same at all. I actually tested it myself. Sorry, disruptions again. But I tested the oof out myself on my phone using the oof sound ID. Sorry, shit again. But as I was saying, I tested out the original oof sound ID and I put it next to the new one in the video and they sound completely different. It seems to be like they did get the oof sound, but they sped it up to avoid the actual copyright. Which is still a bit stupid because, like, you can't avoid copyright, man, even if you tried. It's like the shit with YouTube's derogative fucking level of rules. Digital sabotage towards any content creators. It does sound very similar to that, and I did test this out. I used my Roblox oof ID that I got from Google, the original one, might I add. Went into a level similar using the Roblox editor, the Roblox level creator, and I decided to pair the two of them up. I had 2 NPCs, one with the original and one with the new one from the video that I managed to import using an MP3 file. And they do sound very different. So it seems to be as Roblox advances, they're also trying to just, fuck people over with this. Now, am I a bit pissed about it? Yes. But nobody seems to understand that the original OOF, it was never this fast. It was actually a bit slower if you go onto the old 2016 release of the Roblox website, which, might I add, it does still exist, but it's barely fucking existing. It's barely holding on for its life. And I'm not surprised that there has been modifications. But I am still a bit concerned about the R6 now, because they did change the OOF up, yeah, but I don't, like, a lot of us are beginning to say the same thing. We don't know how to feel about it. Jesus Christ, not even I know how to feel about it. Just feels weird. Like, imagine going ahead, playing your nostalgic game like you used to, and then out of nowhere, they remove the OOF, they say it's coming back, and then it turns out that the OOF that they mentioned to you, it turns out to be the exact total fucking opposite of what we originally had. And I mean, like, it is deafening level of loud compared to the original. And if you guys do actually want me to give you a better example of this, look no further than when the new OOF was put in. It is ridiculous. As I've said again, I'm sorry if I keep repeating, I've been an OG player for years, protecting my original account using alts. But that's the thing. My original account may be protected by my 90 alt accounts, but it feels wrong to just play this game how we used to play it, just to then find out that half the shit that you once remembered has just been directly tossed in your face because it wasn't done the way it was. Am I being a power creep with it? Yeah, but like, look at how much Roblox has changed. It's a bit of a disgrace that something that we used to love has now just gone to shit. That's the main point I'm making. That is the biggest example I have for this. Don't mind me going into a full-on Jesus mode with the train. But that's what I'm on about. Like, you can't not look at this game that we once used to love, just to then find out that it had been completely riddled away with something you used to love. And a lot of OG players think the same about it because it doesn't feel like the Roblox we used to know. It feels less like it. And removing the R6 just to then add in the R15 instead, Roblox does need to realize that it's not just the newer generation it needs to look out for. I mean, fucking Christ, I'm 18. I've been around since the dawn of it. Like, mainly during the golden era of Roblox. 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, and 2019. I've been around since Roblox itself still used to have the trademark in it. But you just can't look at Roblox the same way you used to at my point. It doesn't feel the same. It just feels like a cash grab, corporate greed. And David Baszucki, I already know for, like, without a doubt, he's only re-adding the oof back to get his OG players back. But removing the R6 in every game and forcing you into R15 when you yourself are re-adding the oof, it doesn't make fucking sense. Especially if the OG players have been around when the old model style existed. Like, less is more in this scenario, and it shows. Like, here, I'll actually leave the Blood Ola relaunch, right? Go into this. Back then, this will actually entice you guys a bit more. Back then, this was what we had. This was what we had. It was a lot better. The spawning was identical and still is the same way with the force field around you. Just look at this. This is what you call simpler times at its best. And I was around when Roblox still looked like this. But they did have the Lego shit instead of the new textures they have now, which are taken from Technobricks. But you really do begin to understand a bit more when you realize that this was the simpler times, and that the R6 that is being shown here, the R6 that my character is currently using, it was definitely better than being forced into having rigged motions in your fucking body. And Roblox is still here saying that it feels more realistic when the whole point of the game in general was to be like a kid's set. I literally own Roblox toys and they move this exact same way. I'm not even shitting you. They don't have the R15 pieces at all. And yet, David Baszucki thought it was a good idea to remove this. And this was actually what the original face used to look like. It was actually made in Sketchfab, wouldn't you believe? A lot of what was made in the new Roblox nowadays, David Baszucki's brother that created this system, it was a lot better and simpler. That's the point I'm making, and honestly, simpler is better. I'm going to end the video off here. Peace.